Hi everyone, I'm Brenda from BestBuyGet, and today we have two very special guests with us from TRAPO Asia. TRAPO is an automotive accessories brand, and they have the number one online best-selling car mat in Malaysia since 2016. So our two guests with us today are the CEOs and co-founders of TRAPO, Zara Lee and Zong Lee. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
Hi,
you for
Brenda.
having us.
To start off, could you tell us more about how TRAPO Asia actually began and how did you get into car mats?
Travel started in 2016. The story started where, we had to travel a lot. We travel roughly around 2 hours in a car every day. And then when we come into looking at, weekly cleaning the cars, right? Then I realized that car mat is actually something that is creating a headache for all of us. And then I started to, ask around and look around, what are the solutions out there. I was asking around, do you know any brands, any car mat brands? And no one actually had a answer for me. And then everyone just tell me that you can actually go to the accessory shops and you can get your car mats done over there. And then I realized that, this is one of the problem for Malaysians. And I think at the same time, our family business, we have a foam factory. So every year we have about 300 tons of wastage from the foam. Me and Zara, I think we just talk about it and see, what are the ways that we can use with this recycled foam. We did our own R&D and we actually made it into car mats. That was how TRAPO started in 2016. We were, just a factory, so we didn't had any connections in automotive industry. So it actually made us really hard to sell at the very beginning. And in 2016, it was just the very beginning of e-commerce in Malaysia. We always wanted to create a brand. Like, how can we do it? So we thought of, okay, let's try something new. Let's try to sell car mats online. And when we want to sell car mats online, car mat is one of the most boring thing in the car that no one actually pay attention to. So we started to think about, if we really want to sell this product online, how can we make it a success? And throughout the journey, we came along with some ideas, customizing shoes back in the days. It's called Nike ID. So that was the inspiration came from, where you can actually customize your shoelaces, your outsole, insole. Okay, since we're making the car mats, why not we make a customizable car mat, allowing customers to actually pick what they like. And then it creates a unique selling point, not just ordinary car mats. We started to form a website, and that was where our e-commerce journey began.
Wow, that's brilliant. So I like the fact that it's eco-friendly as well, like using the recycled foam. So could you share more about the company vision and maybe some of your goals or brand values that you have in the company?
Yeah, so the company's vision is actually to be the leading car accessories in Southeast Asia and hopefully Asia very soon. We have that vision simply because, we really believed in actually solving problems that are important, like how you just mentioned, we solve our problems, one or two, and then now we're actually looking at, solving a bigger problem that is out there. And our problems are always about every single individual out there that are related to, safety, hygiene, and then also comfortable driving experience. So this is our vision, and we want to bring value to all our customers, and that is the most important brand value of TRAPO. And the way that we solve it is always, around innovation. So how we innovate from waste into a product that can actually sell, right? So fundamentally, we are solving a problem that consumers are having on a daily basis when they are driving. Imagine your mats are moving around, right? So if you go into your car, you need to pull down the mats to make sure they are inside so that you feel safe driving. So we are solving very simple problems, and making sure when you're ordering a latte now, you cannot dine in, you need to take away, right? And then the latte is gonna just kind of spill it sometimes on the mat itself. So these kind of problems are easily solved. So I think TRAPO is actually growing quite well over this period of time. Yeah.
Great, great. Good to hear that. Could you now tell us a bit more about the products itself? Where do you source all these recycled mats from?
So we source most of our raw material from our factory. But then we are also a true believer in some local rubbers and all that. So we actually also infuse some of the local resources that we find that we can bring our product to the next level. So that's one part where we had the formation of a mat. But on the other side, we actually have two very important technologies, and one is a patent that we work with as an underlay. So underlay meaning we can prevent slip. So it's one solution that can prevent slip in all car surfaces. But I think that the cool part is that it is actually, it doesn't hurt your floorboard. So when you take it out, it's just as new. So and this patent is actually very, very important in us telling customers that, you know, we are not just solving, we're solving very innovatively and never have anyone done it that way before. And on the other side, we also have antibacterial technology that we work with a Japanese partner that actually our mats actually kill bacteria. And, you know, bacteria is not, they cannot, you know, duplicate themselves on our mat and all that. So I think this kind of technology actually brings a very, very boring product, very special. Yeah, so this is basically where our products is at this point of time. Yeah.
Oh, it's very, very cool. Yeah, I really like the idea of the antibacterial property. Do you guys ever face any sort of conflicts? Could you give us like an example and how you actually overcame that?
I wouldn't say it's a conflict. I'll put it as a challenge, part of our growth. So in the very, very beginning where we started this concept about customizing, the biggest challenge for us is make to order. So which means that you actually need a group of people there waiting for the orders to come in and then make them. I think it was a very bold move for us in the very beginning that we had zero traction in the very, very beginning that we started a customization. So usually customization comes second. So you started selling off one product in the very beginning and you get attraction, and then you build people and you put a team separately at the side, right? So yeah, I think that was the biggest challenge in the very, very beginning, where, you know, we had to work our ways to actually get products customized accordingly to the growth. And how we overcome this is, so I was saying in the very beginning, because we had a problem in the factory, so we needed a fix as well. So, you know, in order to solve all this wastage, you have multiple ways of doing it. So we picked the way that, you know, we believe that we can reuse the product again in other purpose. And then I think that was just, you know, what we believe in, and we want to contribute back to the community. So we then started from there. It was a tough beginning. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Thanks for sharing. If you two were not doing automotive accessories, what kind of business do you see yourselves doing instead?
I think both of us are born in an entrepreneur family. So our dad is entrepreneur until today. That is just in the blood, right? So you will start, creating values and products and stuff. If we were not in automotive, I think we were still back in the family business, creating household products, or toys. Yeah.
And I'm curious to hear, how has this pandemic actually affected TRAPO as a company?
So we were a product that, people buy only when they change their car, most likely. And that's very normal, right? So during the first pandemic, in 2020 March, right? So on average, the car sales per month in January and February was around 50,000 cars per month. And in March 2020, the number dropped well down to 1,300 cars. That was in March. And April, it didn't really change a lot as well. So imagine that dip, right? So we lost probably 95% of our potential customers, and everything just went down. And it hurt us very, very bad during the pandemics. And then the government suddenly launched this incentive, that's SST-free campaign, right? After the first round of MCOs, right? Then, so it actually have an upside on May, June, and all that, because because our government is promoting sales of cars, and we ride with it. And then, so we actually opened up, one or two more stores during that period, especially our recent store in Glenmary. So we opened up right after COVID, because we do see, cars are actually selling more. And unfortunately, in January, suddenly we went to another round of MCO, right? So then all our stores closed down. So we were hit again. Car sales dropped. We thought everything was over, right? And we moved into the worst one, which is now. So I think now, our shops has been closed for 2 months now. It is a tough period for us and as a business. But we are always positive looking, and we are ready, and we are excited, to actually serve our customers better right after the COVID situations. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thanks for sharing. I know we talked a bit about car mats earlier. Maybe now we could go into your OXTRA range of car accessory products. Could you tell us more about that?
OXTRA, the name actually came from TRAPO Extra. We have customers coming to us and ask, since you're solving the car mat problem, what else do you offer? Then I realized that personally I have phone holder problems, car charging problems, and then we are buying all these products every day, and I ask around people again, and the key problem is that you don't know what to buy. We had the idea of starting the OXTRA brand, similar on how we do on car mats, but how can we pick one or up to only 3 products, depends on the category, and offer just one product that we believe is the best product to represent TRAPO. So that was where it started, and our vision is to become the number 1 selling car accessories in Asia. So CarMat is always our the first hero product, entry product that we have, and now we are looking into more of the other solutions that we can provide to drivers.
Cool, very cool. I'm sure you guys have a lot of tips that you've learned over the years. Do you have any tips that you can share in regards to car upkeep or car hygiene in general?
Sure. Especially this pandemic, the car hygiene conscious became bigger. People are asking around, how to keep your car clean, right? So we were asked a lot of times as well, what are the products that we need? Generally, you need to keep your car clean because there was a research about you spend about 1.5 hours per day in the car as average. So it's part of our life. So I think that's the first thing that we all need to look into is actually car mats, because car mats is something where people don't really pay attention to. And I think the previous solution, which is the coin mats, everything's stuck inside. And then we heard like so many stories about people having allergies that they don't know like what happened, or people were having like bad smells in the car, or especially rainy days, it took like a week to actually get the smell off. I think the first product that we always offer at that to solve this problem, I will be look into the car mats. What are the car mats that you're using? And it doesn't mean that you need to get a specific car mats. It also comes back to your daily behavior. Do you usually travel? Where do you usually travel to? Are they hygiene places, or are they you work in the construction sites, you have sands, you have or you buy vegetables, fish every day, and then the water will just drip off and stay in the car for like a week. So all this follow back to that hygiene. So like that is one. And the second thing when it comes to keeping the car clean will be the air quality. So that is why we have this air purifier that we believe is one of the very important thing in today's especially in this pandemic, right? Air quality is so important. We have this product that actually tells you how the PM 2.5 reader to tell you how is your air quality in the car constantly. So as a driver, you will feel more safe. I would say regular car mat clean is good, and wash your car often, and don't try not to eat in the car. I think that is also one of the thing, after cleaning so many cars, that is where everything started. So that's my take.
I think I need to add, in a nutshell, follow TRAPO Malaysia, right? And buy your TRAPO car mats. There needs to be some airtime for ads.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for sharing. Where do you see TRAPO 5 years from now?
I think first of all, we are now in more other countries, available in more countries in the coming 5 years time. So we do get queries time to time whether TRAPO is available in my country. I think that is something that we are working on. And on the other side, when it comes to product innovations, I think this is something that we will just keep working on it. So regardless, through 3-5 years, we'll just continue to innovate products and bring a better TRAPO products and a better hygiene, safety, and comfortable driving experience products to the users.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Those are all the questions that I have today. So thank you again, Zah and Zong, for joining us, and really, really appreciate your time and all the insights that you shared today. So wish you and TRAPO all the best.
Yeah, I would like to also thank Best Buy, right? So thank you so much for your time and effort, and follow both of us here and there, right? So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.